Did you guys at least have some enjoyment out of watching these guys interact in the exact way that you expected them to interact?
I mean, there are some
Hated.
moments. Never mind. Well, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Roll credits.
The end.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Heroes Peak podcast. I am your host, Chris, and I'm here surviving 0-4 in my fantasy league and looking up at everybody else. So, here at the Heroes Peak podcast, we talk about culture, entertainment, whatever the hell we feel like. So, tonight I'm going to ignore my entire cast and I'm just going to talk about Arcane on Netflix. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that because they are all here on camera. So, I will introduce them anyway. I'm going to start with the person who refuses to watch any animation, no matter how good it is. It's Brooksy. Hi, Brooksy.
Hi, Chris. You know what I realized the other day? That you always ask us how we are doing, and we never ask you how you're doing. So I
Doesn't
would like
matter.
to ask you how you're doing.
I'm cold, but otherwise I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm having a really shitty day. Thank you for asking.
Ah, you're welcome.
Um, yeah, still never gonna watch anime. So
It's not anime. It's French and American like animation. It's an American company with a French animation studio. Nothing to do with Japan.
yeah,
He's like, I don't know
same.
what that means
I don't
to
know what that
me.
means.
All right. My over on the far side of my screen, the person who still can't understand what anime means, it's James. How you doing, James?
I'm getting there. I understand there's a difference between anime and manga, so that I know at least. But and my day has not been as shitty as Brooks. Sorry to hear that, but it's no rainbow either.
Uh, Unfortunately, under the rainbow, in the center of my screen, it's Mike. How you doing, Mike? Are you having a shitty day too?
Well, yeah. I been training for the last 2 years to get on my 600-pound life, and I just realized it's not a competition show.
Jesus.
That might be the funniest joke you've actually ever told on here.
Yeah, that's
All
up
right.
there.
All right, because I'm not allowed to talk only about the greatest animated television show I've ever seen, Arcane on Netflix. Go watch it. Today we are going to talk about Disney Plus Day. We're going to talk about the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that just dropped, and then we're going to fill out the rest of the night on Red Notice from Netflix, the biggest thing to hit Netflix since Arcane on Netflix, which is number 2.
Mm. So they say. I don't trust those numbers.
Hey, at least watch 2 minutes of it, right? All right. So let us start right off because it came first. We're going to start with Disney Plus Day before we go into our Spider-Man trailer talk. And so just last week, right? We Disney Plus just decided to do a giant day of everything that they have, all their IPs, big announcements, except they got scooped by somebody, so they didn't announce any Star Wars.
Speaking of big announcements, Mike and I actually did a quick peek on this very topic.
Yeah,
Glad
our
that you
focus, our focus though was Marvel. So,
yeah.
Well, we're
I'm,
just gonna. Sorry,
mhm.
go ahead, Mike. I'm just gonna.
No, I was just gonna say, there's a lot to talk about, but we only focus. Well, otherwise we would have been on air for about an hour, right? So we only touched on the Marvel stuff.
Well, just for the podcast listeners who have not seen, don't have access, or have not accessed the quick peeks on YouTube, we're just gonna note quickly what went on, and then we'll move on to Spider-Man. So quickly enough, it basically was mostly a Marvel day. Marvel on we got some quick teaser trailers for Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk.
Mm.
Did you guys have a response to any of those? Did you? I
To
mean, very
all
short,
of them.
very
Yep,
short.
yep.
Did you guys like any of them particular?
I like
Moon
She-Hulk
Knight looked cool. Yeah,
and Moonlight and Moonlight. Sorry,
yeah.
Moonlight.
Moonlighting.
Moonlighting. I'm
Moonlight.
looking forward to She-Hulk as well. So, and then I think we got a little bit more of Hawkeye, but not much. So
Yeah, but that's coming right out, so we're gonna end up talking about that in like
exactly,
2 weeks.
That's
So
actually
it's
next
not.
week, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Um,
I'm kind of wondering, and probably like everybody else, is what the hell are they doing with Miss Marvel, because they're like refusing to show her powers right now. So I think there might be some hiccups going on within what they're deciding to do, but they have till next year to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple of logos for Ironheart, Echo, and a surprise Agatha Harkness series. No word exactly what it is. Is it a Halloween special, or is it an actual series? Is it animated, live action? We don't know. But
I imagine it's going to be live action with Catherine Hahn. So
Yeah.
yeah, she took the other internet by storm and had a number one song on
She
on
was
iTunes.
viral
So
for those
yeah,
2 weeks.
so
she is very underrated. I can't stress how good she actually is. Like if you watch, she's got great range. If you watch any of her other
mhm.
stuff, like just watch her on Parks and Rec as a political campaign manager,
Oh, that's
and then
right.
yeah, she's fantastic. So
Totally forgot about that.
I imagine she'll do a great job with this.
And the biggest thing I noticed is that Disney has basically decided that Disney Plus they're like full gear going back to their roots and doing a lot of new animated series and specials. So we have things like X-Men 97, uh,
Yay.
which is a continuation of the series, which ended on a cliffhanger decades ago for us old people who have seen it.
Yeah, I was telling James on the quick peek. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to rewatch. I started rewatching it when it came to Disney Plus, and I got through like season one, and I didn't go back yet. But I'm gonna have to finish it because I don't remember how that
My
first section ended.
my son told me, because he watched it recently, that it ended on Apocalypse turning Scott and his brother into horsemen, apparently.
Ah,
Mm,
you
interesting.
Like
know
I
what?
can't remember either. I have to go back
I
and
mean,
watch
the
it.
Yeah.
great thing about that series is we had so many good comic storylines in that series.
Right, and
Yeah.
all felt like it worked very well.
Yeah.
No, it's two things that I don't think I pitched during our quick peek. One is, are they going to use the same illustration style of drawing the characters, or are they going to make a more modern 2021, 2022, as opposed to the late 90s illustration? 'Cause, some of that was pretty choppy if you go back and look at it now. And my other thought was, are they going to introduce us something that may eventually be revealed in the MCU live action for
Hmm.
the
Mm.
mutants and X Men?
Okay,
So
having like a Simpsons level crossover between real life and animated, or
mm, there you go. There you go.
uh no, I have a feeling it's going to be the same stylistically, but I have a feeling it's going to be mostly computer generated within that style. Would be my
well,
guess.
well, you got to remember Marvel Studios. Sorry, Marvel Entertainment was not. It's not Marvel Studios we know today, right? So
Hmm.
Marvel Entertainment was its own animation division when they did X Men cartoon. They did Spider Man and His Amazing Friends.
Hmm.
They did
Yeah, yeah.
some GI Joe,
Yeah, but what
But
you're
stuff
going to
like that.
find
but
is
Marvel animation now that you see on Disney XD and you see
That's
in the other,
right.
it's a different
That's
style of illustration.
exactly, yeah. So if we now that it's under Disney, I imagine they have a lot more money. So
Hmm.
we'll
right.
see.
So the quality framing, you know,
Uh-huh.
animation will probably improve, but the style will stay the same. They're probably looking
And the
specific.
voices too. The voice actors are probably going to be different too.
Mm, yeah, we'll have
I
to
hope
see.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just as a note, let's hear Marvel Zombies, Groot, Baymax, Zootopia, Tiana, Ice Age, which was a surprise, Proud Family. Like, they went ham and said, look, Disney Plus is going to be new again. It's not just going to be going back and watching your old favorites. It's not just going to be like one Marvel or Star Wars series a month. This is really they're really building up back
Yeah.
to their tween movies and series again. I saw a bunch of those announced, and I know that internet, Star Wars 40-year-olds like us, we're like, oh, this isn't important, but it's actually really important to the Disney brand and
Hmm.
to their main audience for Disney Plus is not Star Wars geeks. It's kids, little kids, tween kids. Those are the big takers of all this stuff. So
Yeah, honestly,
that's just
I
Toy
think
something I noticed.
purchasers.
yeah, I barely watch Star Wars on there now, like except when the new shows come out, and once in a while I'll throw on a original trilogy movie or something. But most of the time I'm browsing
Dude, that's
through
why we
there.
have TNT and TBS, so you get to watch it with commercials like it was meant to.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, with extra bonus commercials just for you.
Mhm.
But
I know I watch a lot of more Hulu than Disney Plus, but
yeah, so up
I
here we
keep
have
Disney Plus. Yeah,
right, and up here we have the Star version of the Hulu, so we get all those shows as well, right? So when I throw it on, I'm usually watching that stuff now.
yeah. So, but it's all in a big package at this point. They're like, yeah,
Hmm.
just take it all in one shot, and I'm not going to get rid of it because looking at the list,
No,
pretty
no.
much pretty much every week something's going to come out that I'm
Mhm.
willing to try and watch, if not be completely invested in.
Disney Plus is getting too big to fail, man.
All right. So that was just it for the Disney Plus day. And speaking of Disney, but sort of, we are going to quickly talk about the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that just landed yesterday. They had Sony hosted a giant event, made us all wait until I don't know what time at night, 8:30, 8:30 here on the East Coast anyway. And they had Tom Holland and the whole gang show up, and they had a trailer. Raise your hand if you've watched the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Mostly, this is about Brooksy. Did you watch the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer?
I did not.
You
Do
didn't
you
watch it through our
care?
Heroes Peak social media platform?
I doubt she's even subscribed to our YouTube channel.
I
Probably
do
not.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. I just don't ever go on YouTube.
It's the same thing.
That's fair. All right.
Way to
So
support the company there, Brooksy.
the company.
No bonus, no
Look,
bonus for you next month.
that's
I
right.
know.
For
End of year reviews are about to hit.
That's right.
Well,
every stream is tracked, just like all the other companies work for. You don't know that makeup budget came with a something attached.
I
All
mean,
right.
you are aware that there's a Spider-Man No Way Home movie coming out, right? You are aware of that at least, right?
So come
Right.
this December 22nd or 21st.
December 17th. December 17th.
17th. All
Yeah.
right. So Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be the biggest thing of the year, guaranteed. And
Guaranteed.
as we
Take that
saw
F9.
as we saw as we
so
saw in the trailer, there's about to be a lot of villains in Spider-Man's life that he did not create. What did you guys think of the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, Mike?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. It gave us a lot of hints, a lot of new questions, some glimpses, some flashbacks to the other trilogies. Well, not even trilogy. You know what I mean? To Toby and Garfield. Yeah, the one and a
Why?
half
There's only two of
trilogies.
each movie. I don't know what you're talking about. There was only two of each.
So we just don't acknowledge Spider-Man 3. Is that it?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of it.
Okay. No, like it did leave me with questions. Like I was asking earlier, like who the other Green Goblin was, and then did I don't know if you guys saw, but I guess in Brazil, their version of the trailer had Lizard getting punched by something invisible. Of course, it's probably John Cena, like I said.
Drax. Drax is already in
Yeah.
the universe. He's invisible.
So the theory is in that frame, it's Tom Holland in the middle with one of the other Spider-Man on the top and the bottom, right? So the
All
three
right.
of them attacking.
So here's a theory I also saw was obviously we've seen Marvel edit trailers to keep secrets, which
Yep.
you know what?
Yep.
Now that I know they do it, go for it. And especially
Yeah.
since the internet refuses to allow me to go into a movie unencumbered. I'm glad they're doing it. But I also saw a secondary theory that actually Doc Ock and Doctor Strange are the other two in that scene, and that they took them out to keep the suspense. That Doc Ock is actually working with this
Yeah, I'm
new
actually with
Peter.
you on that theory because there are some scenes, if you look closely, where he's helping Peter, and there's one scene where Electro is blasting Doc Ock and he's falling out of the building. So if you rewatch it, you'll see there's a part there. So it's got to be Doc Ock is going up against Electro or something, you know. His because remember his arms are non-conductive,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
that would make
yeah,
best, yeah, the best villain, best person to go up against Electro, right?
yeah.
So what do you guys think of the look of the various villains we got? We didn't get great looks, but we got a big Sandman head. We got
Mm-hmm.
a little tiny goblin,
Hobgoblin. Hmm.
and we got some good shots of Doc Ock, obviously the main baddie here, and a
I like the new arms, even though
little
they're CGI.
yeah, little lizard
The
and
Mm-hmm.
lizard. Yeah.
Electra.
Five,
Electra's the one we got another
yeah.
one.
Five
Electro
of
got
the
a big
six.
upgrade.
Sinister six. Five of the six.
Well, Vulture's supposed to be in it too, so
I'm hearing rumors of Venom, but that's
I
that's
hope
yeah,
he only shows up at the very end in
yeah,
like an after credit scene.
yeah. But I think Vulture's going to be in it, so we'll see. Um, Electro got a big upgrade. If you saw the new suit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were able to use the electricity to make his classic comic book, the funny comic book, headpiece costume.
Yeah.
You
Which
know,
look ridiculous in the comics, but
hey, everything looks ridiculous in the comics. Like Havoc. Do you guys remember? Speaking of X-Men, do you guys remember Havoc's three metal tuning tuning head?
not really. I wasn't a fan of that character. I am aware of the character, but
Oh man, he one of the worst costumes of all time. But they
And
love
then,
terrible headpieces
so we also had Black Spider-Man suit.
with
So
gold,
I
with
don't
like
know.
gold.
Yeah, it looked. Yeah, that looked pretty cool, and he was doing the. It looked like he had some magic going on.
it looks almost like Cosmic Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
what
we
is Cosmic Spider-Man? You've said this before. I have not. I'm not a Spider-Man fan.
Peter
My
Parker at
son's.
one point was imbued by the cosmic cube force, or was it Galactus's cosmic energy? I gotta go back and see how it was. So he was like, the Silver Surfer character,
Mhm.
how OP powerful he was.
mm,
Cosmic Spider-Man was in that level. And then
Okay.
you combine that with his spider sense, it made him like a very formidable foe, to not just battle earthly villains, but like intergalactic villains. And then
Okay.
they retconned that out of the comics a couple years later.
mm.
You have to. You can only make every character
But
godly
his
for so
suit did
long.
look super dope. It was like on the level of what I'm looking at with the images now, with the gold and the black. But he was gold. No, he was black and like dark gray or almost white. I'm trying to remember the
All
costume
right.
he wore.
So overall, the story wise, what we've seen so far is obviously in the first trailer we saw that Peter asks Doctor Strange to cast a spell, so everybody forgets that he's Peter Parker's Spider Man. It goes wrong. In this trailer, it seems that we're told most of the movie's going to be about the the spell going wrong after Peter tries to undo it.
Or fix it at least. Yeah.
Right.
So I that's what I wanted to point out too. We seem to have a lot of conflict, at least in the trailer for now, between Strange and Spider-Man. So they
Yes.
seem to be going at odds with each
If we
other a
assume
lot.
that this is our MCU Prime Universe Doctor
Right.
Strange, that is,
Right.
and not like a
We
variant.
still have those questions because he's acting weird.
Mm-hmm.
His whole you guys Scooby do this kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean
that was kind of
that
whack.
it felt more like a Iron Man quip than a Doctor Strange quip to me. But I'm
Which I did
hoping
not
they're
like.
Well, he's got his zingers from time to time though.
he
So
does. But
Yeah, but that's not on a level of Tony.
no, no.
No,
But Tony's the nickname guy, I think.
I don't mind Doctor
More than-
Strange giving an out of date reference.
Mm.
I mean, you might think Scooby Doo is not a modern reference. I know that,
Right.
but
Yeah.
there was a
Speaking of
cool
Tony
little.
Stark, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of Tony Stark, I thought I heard there was a cameo, and I have to go back and look at the trailer of what used to be the Stark Tower, but now known as a Captain America Tower.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe the
I have to go back
Oscorp
and dig
building.
into it.
I'm thinking Oscorp.
did it say something on the? Did it say Captain America on the tower?
No, the emblem
Yeah,
looked like a big shield, though.
Captain America. Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Oscorp would be an interesting thing to bring into the world. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
in the first trailer we had a shot of the Oscorp building too. So
right. So I'm gonna ask excitement levels, expectation levels. Do you guys? I mean, I expect this to be big financially, but are you guys super excited? Are you in the middle? Are you Eternals excited? Like, where are you on the scale?
I mean, you texted me last night after like the wee hours. I was super excited. Today,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, right back to normal.
No, I'm really excited because so far this year we've had basically origin story movies,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had Black Widow, Shang Chi, and the Eternals.
Right.
So this right now, this is our foray into
The
this is our deep
future.
dive into Phase 4,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna
I agree
build
with
our
that.
story. Yeah,
With
that's why I'm excited.
apologies to the Disney Plus TV shows like Loki, but yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but those are kind of
I
you know what I
those
mean, right?
those feel like aftermath, like just like
Yeah,
Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. No, not Homecoming.
Far From Home. Yeah,
Far From Home. That felt definitely akin, like it was trying to bridge over to Phase 4, but still, like Black Widow, definitely was more of a Phase 1.5 movie,
yeah,
and WandaVision and Loki, they all felt like kind of little bridge episodes. And Eternals, Shang-Chi, like Mike said, they're origin stories and we need those. I like having those, but just like Doctor Strange doing weird shit in the universe feels like fun. But I'm not like
exactly.
super excited because like Spider-Man's not my character, but I'm interested. I'm rather pretty interested in it. All right. Well, when that comes out, we'll be covering it.
For sure.
Actually, we'll have to look at our schedule when it comes out to our
17.
shows.
Yeah, I
All
think we
right.
have that.
When we get back, we are going to talk about Netflix's Red Notice.
Oof.
Be
Oof.
right back. Oof.
Yeah,
Hey everybody, we are back, and we all took a little shot of cocaine to get ourselves energy. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
A
A
shot
coffee.
of cocaine.
I had some coffee, and we're back with a little bit of more energy, and we're here to talk about we're here to talk about Red Notice from Netflix, 2021 movie, written directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber. You might know him from the fantastic um, Dodgeball of all things.
He
Great
wrote
movie.
that.
He directed it.
love
Uh,
Dodgeball. Great movie.
and
Yeah.
and the other fantastic rock outing, Skyscraper.
Hated it.
Oof. He's a hit and miss guy. I see.
Yeah.
Skyscraper. No, I think what missed for me with Skyscraper was again just Mr. Johnson and his not being able to have an on-screen wife. Like I don't know, something about that. Anyway,
Oh, he did Central Intelligence also. I see here in his IMDb.
which hey, actually, what's his name?
Kevin
Little
Hart.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Hart was a
Kevin
fine.
Hart, little guy.
Was
That's funny.
actually a good on-screen wife for Dwayne
Yeah, the
Johnson.
two of them have good chemistry together on screen. So
So anyway, speaking of Red Notice stars, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, and Ritu Arwa. Sorry, Ritu. And but nobody else matters because if you have those first three, everybody else is just extra. So this is a heist movie, and it's about these three actors pretending they're playing characters, but actually just doing what they're supposed to be doing on screen. Nothing else really matters in this.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny.
Is this not why you are here?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Knock that shit off.
Do you guys agree, or do you guys think that there's an actual story here to talk about?
There's not an actual story.
Not
I
an
feel like they're
actual
just
story.
they're just playing caricatures of themselves in other movies.
I mean, there's a story in there somewhere. I mean, they've got to steal 3 eggs.
Cleopatra, eggs, FBI, something.
No,
I mean,
seriously.
it all came down to they want to make a whole bunch of money, right? So,
Infinity Stone or something.
So the Ryan Reynolds is a thief. So is Gal Gadot. Ryan Reynolds wants to steal the 3 eggs of Cleopatra so that he could make millions of dollars because one of them has been missing forever. And Dwayne Johnson plays an FBI agent who's supposed to catch him, but gets caught up in a what do you call that word? Mistaken identity, and has to go on the run with Ryan Reynolds. That's not
falsely
really
accused.
Falsely
Yeah,
accused.
it's
There
falsely
you go.
accused. Yeah,
Falsely accused has to go on the run with him, and they are both taken down multiple times, and they're fighting against Gal Gadot's thief character as they try to go for the same goal. All right. So there's sort of a story there, but as for the characters and how they play, you know exactly what to expect. It came exactly as I expected the characters to be on my screen, and I had fun with it. Did you guys at least have some enjoyment out of watching these guys interact in the exact way that you expected them to interact?
I mean, there are
Hated
some
it.
moments. Never mind. Well, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Real credits.
The end.
Go ahead, James.
No, there were some moments where you get to see Ryan Reynolds be Ryan. If you're into that is Brooks. Be
Not
himself with
into
the
it
funny.
at all.
Well, there goes that. And then The Rock flexing his muscles and doing action hero things that you've seen him do before. In fact, it looks like there was a scene straight from Jungle Cruise that he reenacted. And Gal Gadot's probably the most striking of the three because you're putting her. I think it's the first role I've seen of her where it's a little bit of her in Fast and Furious. Oh, I hated the fact that I brought that franchise up, but
Love that show.
her character in Fast and Furious with a little bit of Wonder Woman when she had the spear and her, physical fighting style on screen. So that was kind of cool in those moments. But then when you get back to the whole story, her being a thief and her dialogue, the talkie, that was kind of trash. And the big reveal at the end made it super trash. So I don't know, dude. I'm really on the fence about, what I felt about these three characters, the actors
Same.
themselves, and the movie.
I will say this was probably her best performance I've seen. Her acting has improved vastly.
I'm gonna agree with that, Mike. Yeah.
I'd
From
agree.
like in Wonder Woman, there's something bugs me about her acting in Wonder Woman. Like
Well,
she's
very stilted.
yeah.
Yes.
But in a way where someone who's lived their life on an island with a specific group of people and now having to discover other groups of people, you're like, oh, okay, that works with that.
Kal-El, no.
No. In
It
this
works
one,
in
though,
the first. It
it
works in the
looks
first
like they
Wonder
let her
Woman.
have fun,
Yes.
with the
yes.
character. So
She stretched her acting chops here a little bit more.
yeah, and for me, The Rock was the wrong guy to play that role, his character.
I would have to
Like I know he helped write it and he produced it, so it was
helped
pretty much
write
his
it?
baby. Yeah, and so
That man
not
is
write it, but the
working.
story came from him, I guess. But he was the wrong guy for that role.
Yeah, he's feeling himself a little too much lately.
Yeah, and my only issue with Ryan Reynolds is while I enjoy Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds in his movies with the smart ass, like I'm starting to get annoyed that it's nonstop. It's too much in this movie.
Perfect segue for Brooks right there.
Mm.
I hate Ryan Reynolds, and this movie made me
How
hate
can you
him
hate Ryan Reynolds?
so much more.
Why?
I spent the entire movie envisioning punching him in the face and how good it would feel.
You do
That's
understand
how
you are
much I
now
hated this
officially,
movie.
but you understand you're now officially banned from Canada, right?
I mean, what does Canada have? Drake,
Ryan
you can keep
Reynolds.
him. Bieber, you can keep him. Ryan Reynolds, please, for the love of God, keep him. Please.
That's funny.
I mean, Brooks, was there anything that you responded to that you liked?
Literally nothing in this movie I liked.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's nothing about this movie I liked.
No slow
None.
mo.
Oh, I know what her grade's gonna be.
So I actually thought though the other character, which was supposed to be the Interpol, because we should let people know. So Dwayne Johnson plays an FBI agent who's come to Europe to look for Ryan Reynolds, who's an infamous thief,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got him
number 2 thief in the world.
right. He's tracked him
He is
down.
number one. There's like a competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's tracked him down, but he's got the help of Interpol and the one that female agent. I don't remember the character's name.
Oh yeah, her character.
Yeah,
Waste.
I thought she was pretty good in this as well. Although she
wasted
didn't
her
have
character.
much screen time, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Waste.
you can't against those other three. So
Yeah.
it's Inspector Das,
Mhm.
DAS, Inspector Das.
But she seemed like the smartest character in the movie. So
For a little bit. Then
Yeah.
that dumb ending.
All
Yeah.
right. We're just gonna spoil it. Just if for some
Of course we're
reason
gonna
you feel
spoil
like
it.
you don't want spoilers for Red Notice, we find out that all along, Dwayne Johnson was working with Gal Gadot to get information from Ryan Reynolds. I don't know any of their character names. I'm just using the actor name because that's really all
Yeah.
it was.
That tells you a lot right there, sir.
But
But
Dwayne and Gal are I don't
Are
I
a
don't know if they were
couple.
husband and wife but they're in a relationship. So
Yeah, clearly.
yeah.
But it's like again with this like these very pretty people that have no chemistry on screen.
Yeah, I thought Ryan Reynolds had more chemistry with Gal Gadot than Dwayne did, and Gal Gadot.
Now, and it's just the way it is. Like Dwayne
Yeah.
Johnson and whatever his spunky sidekick works really well.
Right.
Now, if you took Dwayne Johnson out of this and you put Chris Pine in that role,
Ugh,
where
God,
Gal
no.
where Gal Gadot and Chris Pine have great chemistry.
No, I want to punch that dude in the face. He's my
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds.
Now, Chris Pine is the best Chris. Come on.
Wow.
No, you bring Hemsworth, Evans. Come on, there's a huge list.
Paul.
Who?
Chris
Paul.
Paul.
That's how you're naming Chris's.
All right.
Chris
Anyway,
Hardwick.
No, but
So-
you're right though, because Dwayne and Ryan had better chemistry than Dwayne and Gal.
yeah,
So-
it's for some. I don't know what it is, and it happens in every one of his movies. Just some people don't have. I mean, the same. I can say the same thing about not Triple X. What's his name?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. He's the same
I
way.
knew it.
He just doesn't. He doesn't have any chemistry with. I don't
But
know.
he has chemistry with like
Paul
in
Walker.
Fast and
That
the
was it.
Furious, with Paul Walker, with people
That's it.
around him.
No, nobody else around him. Just Paul Walker.
No,
No
he had
other
that,
person.
He had chemistry with that girl in Riddick. Kira!
Rodriguez.
Get that ass moving.
They
I'll
have
give you
nothing.
that.
So like it's like I don't know, maybe the beefier you get, the less like cuz I haven't seen anything with like Dave Bautista that tells me he's got any chemistry with any female co-stars. You know, maybe it's just like, John Cena, same thing.
True. He definitely has no chemistry, but I don't think he has chemistry in general. Like I don't think he has a personality really.
He's funny. Dude, that dude has great
Cena is funny. I'll give him
comedy.
that. I'll give him the humor chops. Yeah,
Yeah, it depends on a role, guys. Don't you
yeah.
guys give him too much
No,
credit.
he's got good timing with his comedy. I really like his
No,
timing with his
he's
comedy.
like you watch him in interviews and stuff. He's just naturally funny. He
He's just
knows
a,
he's quick with the lines. So
and he's a nice like you see him as this like nice guy too, like
yeah.
the way he talks and how he talks.
I feel like it's all fake, but I
Hey,
will
John
say
Cena has given more to kids with what's the where kids with cancer can ask for a single day.
Make a wish.
Make a Wish
Yeah,
Foundation.
John Cena has given more
Death
Make a
Wish.
Wish than
Death wish.
any other person on the planet. He has
Really?
given more
Says who?
time.
Where'd you get that fact from?
It's
From
100%
John
true. Look it
Cena.
up.
From
John
John
Cena
Cena.
has given more Make a Wishes than anybody else. Go look it up.
I
I'm
believe
telling
that.
you.
That doesn't
He's-
mean he's not a fake person, though.
How much time can you spend with kids with cancer if you're a fake person?
Ooh, I do not know where we're going there.
Like, it's just like I can't see that. I just can't see it. Sorry. Hey, go ahead. This is
I
not
was gonna say I also watch. This is really bad. Crap. Now I can't remember the name of the show. It's a WWE reality show.
I know what it is, but yeah. Go ahead.
Not Total Divas.
that sounds awful.
That
Oh my God,
does
it's
sound
so
awful. God.
It's
Yeah.
crap. It's not Total Divas. It's the other one. It's the two twins, and he was engaged to one of the twins, who
Oh
was
my
also a
gosh.
wrestler. And they got engaged. He proposed like in the ring or whatever, and it was like a whole big thing, and everybody loved it. All the wrestling fans loved it. And then,
Macho
but he was
Man's engagement ring thing was much better.
Yeah, man.
he was like
Elizabeth,
really
will you marry me?
controlling, and he had like if you wanted to come into his house, he basically had a whole list of rules that he gave you before you could come into his house.
Oh yeah, I've seen like he's one of those guys that does a lot of interviews. So I've seen like his daily schedule where he gets like 3 hours of sleep a day, and he's either working out or doing like business crap. And
Yeah.
That's The
everything
Rock. He
else.
stole that from The Rock. Look at that. That's fake. He stole it
Hey.
from someone else.
Hey, I don't know how people cannot just be lazy most of their day. I don't get it.
I'm with you. Bellas, the Bella twins,
Bellas.
total Bellas. That's
Yeah,
the
I'm
name
sure
of the show.
everything on that reality show is real. Feels.
Well, anyways, they're not engaged anymore, so I don't like John Cena. That's the moral of that story.
Wow.
If you could follow that.
So,
Well,
Alright.
he's not. Good thing he's not in Red Notice.
True.
I don't know how we got on
We
it.
spent like 10 minutes talking about a character that wasn't even in the
Or
movie.
maybe-
that
or
means the
maybe he
movie
was.
did not hold that interest. That's what that means.
Maybe he was though. Mm.
All right, we got to talk about the best line in the entire movie.
What's that?
You know who I am. It. You guys don't remember?
No, you're gonna have to fill us in.
You have to elaborate.
Sorry.
I was
sorry.
gonna say, is it like, do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
No.
No.
I blanked for a second. I'm Ed Sheeran, bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
that,
that
was a
was-
good scene. Yeah.
his entire cameo was funny. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was literally the funniest part of the entire
That was
movie.
a Game of Thrones.
I was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed my ass off when I saw that. That was
That
like out
was
of
funny.
nowhere. I love
Yeah.
that the daughter was like, the father's like, these 3 eggs haven't been around since the age of Cleopatra. They're thousands of years old, and it's a present for your wedding. And she gets up and she goes, Ed Sheeran! And she walks right by the eggs. Come on. That was good.
Mm.
It's just that, I don't know, it's a chemistry issue. Otherwise, I thought it was a fun, dumb, exactly what I expected when I saw the advertising for it. Like,
But too much
It was-
dumb and not enough fun.
it was
It's
no
too much
more, no
dumb.
less.
Too much dumb. Definitely no
I thought it was.
chemistry.
I thought it was half and half for me.
I guess if you don't like Ryan Reynolds, it's completely unwatchable.
It was so it was so difficult. I also, it's back to this whole thing. I hate whispering, and Ryan Reynolds whispered 95% of his lines.
He loves
Literally.
to whisper a joke. Yeah, he does.
He
does,
does.
and like the whole time I
Well,
was like,
at least he didn't do the thing where he looks into the camera and breaks the
Yeah,
the fourth wall. So
he's
he didn't
bringing
do that.
Deadpool to every movie now.
That's
Hey.
just stick and it works.
I guess if
Yeah.
you're making money with something, you go with it, and like these three are making money with something, and they're going with it. So
Yeah,
gotta give it to them.
I just really hope there's no sequel to this.
Oh
No,
my God! Please don't let there be a sequel.
yeah, we won't be.
Well,
I don't
if
think.
there is, you're gonna have to watch it.
Well, think about it. This broke Netflix record, so I'm thinking they're probably already trying to greenlit a sequel.
Yeah.
Probably. Though
So
Ryan
there
Reynolds
was
is
that.
apparently on a hiatus temporarily.
Thank God.
Yeah, he's taking a break.
Thank God. He should
I guess he ran
Forever.
out of he ran out of jokes or something. I don't know. All right. Well, let's give some grades here. Brooksy, I'm
Yeah,
gonna let
with
you
it.
go first. What is your grade for Red Notice?
Man, whisper it too, like Ryan Reynolds.
No, stop whispering. Okay.
Okay.
I found this movie to be so difficult to not only was it so difficult to watch for me, it was so predictable. Like it was every time something happened, I was like, this is gonna happen, and then it happened. I mean, it was so
Okay,
predictable.
did you predict the very last
I was
scene?
gonna ask her that. Yeah, the last twist.
The twist, the last twist.
Um I said that have already said
Yes,
it, right?
we're on
I
spoiler.
said that The Rock was going to be bad because he kept I'm like, he's sort of hinting that he's like one of the bad guys. But I did not predict that him and Gal Gadot were married or a
Cahoots
couple or
together.
in it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had a 50-50. Pretty
Yeah.
close.
That part I definitely did not predict. But it was just like, I don't know.
But other
I
than
feel
that,
like
yeah.
you could tell The Rock was a bad guy. The one thing I did like was Gail Gadot being a bad character, or not a bad character, but like a bad guy, for lack of a better term.
Antagonist.
Yes, antagonist. Thank
Yeah.
you. Because I feel like she never plays that role, or maybe she has, and I just haven't watched it. But she never. It feels like she never plays
No,
that
this
role.
is the
and so
first. It's definitely
I
the
liked
first.
that. That part I liked. So there was one redeeming thing in the entire movie for me.
Ooh, maybe on the next round of Fast and Furious, she can switch over sides and become.
Dear Lord,
She's
no.
dead.
No, so was what's his name? He was dead too.
Yeah,
They're
I was
bringing
gonna
Han.
say, it
Han.
doesn't
Han
matter.
was dead.
Yeah,
They
but
brought
she
him
was
back.
she was bad in the Fast Four. And then
After they go
then-
through the time tunnel in
Mhm.
Fast 10, they're gonna
You
come
mean
out.
bad acting, but she wasn't an antagonist there. She was part of the crew.
No, in Fast
Right.
Four, she worked for the cartel guy in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, and then switch sides. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're right, though. They will probably bring her back for 10 just to close it out. So Han gets his happy ending, right? So
See how
Okay,
always
again,
go back to talking about Fast and the
we lost
Furious?
track of this movie. All right, what was
We're
your
talking about
grade?
anything but this movie.
My grade for this movie was a
Get the emoji ready.
D minus for doo doo.
Get
Wow.
the emoji
Wait,
ready.
wait. What did she just give an F to? What did you just give an F to last week?
Dune.
Recently.
Dune.
Dune.
She
Dune.
gave Dune an F and Red Notice a D minus.
Wow.
Just so everybody knows where we're sitting here.
Yeah, Dune was horrible, for sure. This was bad too. I don't know. I think Dune was just
Boring.
I don't know. It was
Boring.
so colorless. Also, it was like depressing to watch.
All right, Mike.
yeah, so this one wasn't good, wasn't bad for me. So it's a straight up C movie. I'm going C on this one.
All right, since he's got no commentary, we're gonna go over to James.
No commentary. No, you guys said it all. I think it could have been better, but it wasn't. It wasn't, Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. So I'm gonna give it a C minus. C minus.
I'm gonna give it a go watch Arcane on Netflix. It's a much better series.
Nice
better
plug.
writing.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
No. Let me get on track. We are talking Red Notice because it was so good. I'm gonna give it a C plus because I knew exactly it knew what it was and it didn't try to pretend to be something else. They played to the characters and actors' strengths. So at least I'll give it the plus in the C plus for a fun, generic heist ride. Okay?
I'll give you that.
At least they were smart enough to release on Netflix and not in theaters.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it would have bombed.
Yeah.
I think it would have bombed if it was in movie theaters. There's no way it
Oh,
would have
yeah.
been.
So on Netflix, they get good press for being the biggest release on Netflix. In the theater, they would have gotten the, hey, this bombed just like the Duel bombed
What
or
did it
Right.
something
go up?
like that.
What did it go up against this week that opened? Nothing, right? This weekend, what opened?
Nothing open.
This past weekend, nothing. So
Nothing.
No, yeah, we're on Eternals week 2,
I know
and
what
like
opened.
No
The
Time to
freaking
Die.
the Lakers camaraderie opened up to disastrous results this past weekend. That's what opened. But sorry, I had to get that in there, Brooks.
Oh man, when is LeBron supposed to come back, Brooks?
I don't think he wants to come back.
I need him to come back. He's on my fantasy team, and my fantasy team is doing horrible.
He's looking at next season already. He's like, "When's my son gonna be in NBA so I can make him my last dance?"
He doesn't have that many seasons left. I don't think he
I
can
know.
pretend to be in that.
He's
team.
gonna
He
go
could-
back and get the Ball brothers. He
He's
screwed
gonna
up.
rejuvenate this whole
Oh,
year when his
Friday.
brother declares.
Friday.
Wait, LeBron's back this Friday.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Well, LeBron's return will probably be more exciting than Red Notice.
Probably.
This was the most not interested review of any movie we've done. That tells you a lot.
It's
Keyword
funny because
peakers.
like I felt like I had sort of a good time watching it. It was fine, but then like you just all week, like not a single thought went into this movie all week.
Yeah,
Normally, like
I
I'm
was texting you
ruminating.
guys actively while I was watching it, and I had probably more positive moments during the watch. And then when it sunk in, when the movie was over, I was like, ugh.
This
Wait
is
a
one of
minute.
the, if you could watch this movie with friends and do like an MSK 3000 or MST 3000 thing and have fun and chat about the movie and then like walk away and never think about it again, that's like the perfect
Yeah,
watching for this movie.
you have to be inebriated under some substance as well.
That's our suggestion for the night.
Legally,
Wow.
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
no
legally.
cocaine, Chris.
Yeah, shots of cocaine. Who does a shot of cocaine anyway? But whatever.
All right. Mike, where can people find us and tell us what they thought of not watching Red Notice?
So we are at Heroes Peak on all the socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell in the corner to get notifications. Leave a comment below.
Also, tell us if there's a movie that you recommend us watching. I know a few subs have hit me personally and give me some recommendations, but please leave it as a comment below this pod.
Nah, don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
All right, everybody. We will see you next week. Thank you for joining us, and have a nice night.
See ya.